In this video, I'm building a city and keeping you company whilst you relax and fall asleep. I'm back in Town to City because it's got a new animal update, which includes being able to add ducks and swans. I feel like this update was for us. If you know me, I love a swan. This is from my Instagram, where I've actually built up a bit of a friendship with my local swans over the last 3 years and been watching the cygnets grow into adults. So of course, I've got to come back for this new update. In this video, I'll be designing a new pond area, a new farm district. I'll be checking out the winter items and unlocking the bourgeois class and starting to build their area as we turn our town into a city. If you're new here, I'm MadMorph, and if you're returning, welcome home. This is my series where I play games and chat to you softly whilst you watch, study, or even go to sleep. It seems like you really like it when I play Town to City. That first part was my most popular video this year, and I hope that you enjoy this one. I've actually recorded the next episode of Town to City already, so you can expect that to drop in the near future, as well as the second part of Grimshire. If you want more of me, you can also check out my podcast Down to Sleep on Spotify, YouTube, and everywhere you get podcasts. That's where I read books to you to help you sleep, but I've also started putting some of the gaming audios on there, so if you want to listen to these videos again, but on Spotify or wherever, you can find Down to Sleep on Spotify or go to downtosleeppodcast.com for everywhere to listen. And now, this is Town to City, Part 4. Welcome back to Town to City, and to our town that's trying to become a city. It's been a moment, hasn't it? How have you been? It's good to see you. Is seeing my little town bringing back memories for you? We're going to be working out exactly where we are and where we're headed, and checking out this new update. I like this place. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? We'll take a minute to get our bearings, and then we shall continue. We've got a brand new update to check out, which has animals, and also we've got some winter items, since it's December and it's getting close to Christmas. I hope you've done all of your shopping. You're ready to have a lovely time. So this is my town. We've got a lovely little park here. Let's remember what we built last time. So we started the last time with a tour too. This starter pond we've not done too much with yet. Perhaps we could do something with that today. So we head down our cobbled street here with little front gardens, a very sort of British feeling road. Behind that, a high street. And a little custom bistro that I've built. Fenced it around. This is actually just the building itself. Fenced it around, put pathways and benches in there. And a little puppet show. It's sort of... I feel like this is almost like mainland Europe kind of vibe. This little block here. And here we have some bigger housing, which is for our artisans. So we're kind of like these ones here. We have 74 of them. They are your higher up citizenry that you need to run certain things. Look at this, animal decorations. Oh my god, I forgot that they added ducks and swans. I actually forgot. Duck and swan. Look at that. Okay, let's dive right into that right now. For anyone who's listened to any number of videos, because I've yapped about them a long time, I'm absolutely into ducks and swans the last couple of years, and going to my local pond and river and watching them grow up from babies. So let's go ahead and check out these new animal decorations. A fish pond. Is there a... There's not a little toggle for them. Maybe it's in nature. There it is. A swan. Is this an actual swan or is it a decoration? It's an actual swan. So we can now put swans in our ponds. We've got to have 2. Because there's 2 on my river. And for the last 2-3 years actually, I've been watching them have their cygnets, their babies, and I watch them grow up and then leave the nest. And the 2 swans that are there I call Bella and Edward. And I called them that because I was reading Twilight for the audiobook at the time, on Down to Sleep. And then I realized it is perfect because Bella Swan, it literally... I wasn't trying to be clever when I did it. Oh, and they do little honks. And we've also got ducks, and we can change the colour of the ducks as well. Let's put some ducks on here. The interesting thing with swans is when they're happy, when they come over and you're feeding them, they actually kind of sound, the young ones, they sort of whine like puppies, actually. Got some mallards here. A couple of males and females. There's some little white duckies too. I love the mallards. Are they gonna swim or they're just chilling? I wonder if people feed them. They also wag their tails, swans, like dogs. Very sweet. Anyway, we've got swans and ducks now in our ponds. This is the greatest update that there's ever been. I was so excited when I saw that. Instantly convinced me to come back, and then it's been a week since I read it and I totally forgot that was in the animal update, so I'm super excited. There's also pets and dogs, cats and dogs for people, and pet geese as well, so we'll work that out as we get on top of things. Now this needs workers, so we need to move more people in. Do we have any housing? We do. So let's start getting people in. Now we have no available houses, okay. Someone needs to work that newspaper stand. Where were we expanding to? So we've come down this way. I think we might have been building down there, or actually around here, weren't we, last time we left off? Oh yes. With the Halloween stuff was the last time we were here. We built this church. I made it like a sort of thriller church here. With a mist. And a warehouse. God, this is like... I see why people have little model towns now. That they build and work on over time, because it's so satisfying to come back to and be like, oh yeah, I built and painted that. Is this my gateway into being a little model town builder? It might be, honestly. Let me know in a comment if I should start building a model town. And we've put our clockmaker here. That would kind of be fun, right? And I could share pictures. I mean, I don't have the space to do it, but if I've found somewhere. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Do you know what? Maybe I will. I'm going to look into it. Hang on. Let me actually see. I'm literally writing this down. Build model town. You might even say build a model town to city. And I'm very happy with this area. We've got a nice little sneaky restaurant. They come around on this secret pathway. And then it's here, right at the edge of the map. We filled this in really nicely with a bakery and a bistro that services some artisan buildings, and I believe we were going to surround here with some more artisans and another main street. So I think that's where we'll pick things up as we explore pets, and also perhaps we should turn this into a snow area, because I do believe they've added snow for the winter season. So let's see how this looks if this was to suddenly be snowy. We can snow this in and have it be Christmas land, just like it's Halloween Town and The Nightmare Before Christmas. And this is the snow. Not entirely sure it works when the rest of the environment is green. Perhaps it makes more sense if you do it like a winter display. I'll be honest with you, I'm immediately unsure about it and regretting everything. think let's change it back to grass and we'll do snowy front yards or something. It just feels wrong. This place is so Mediterranean, it just feels so wrong to suddenly just blanket snow everywhere. But I will play with the snow, because there's also some Christmas trees and stuff, I think. There we go. That's better. Isn't that warmer? Now, we need to get some more artisan residences in this area. Now what if we just do, I think, like honestly, a little bit of a start. We've got a sort of a lack of people living here. I don't know if I want to really sandwich that in. I think I'm going to go along here actually. If I'm going to do a quick like get people in, we're just going to create a little street of artisans, and they'll have side gardens. So let me just space this out and we'll go from there. So they've got, you know, it's got to feel a little bit posh, isn't it? So we then change to our decorations and our fencing. Now what does this mean? Not connected to any shops. Oh well, it's just you're not on the pathway, dear. Here you go, sweetie. Now you're connected and you are working. So we change over to here and let's get our fencing in. Now how could we make it posh? I think we've got the metal fence just over there in the church. We'll go with the brick garden fence. Actually can't change the colour to do like a white picket fence, so we'll go with... I'll actually go with hedge. That feels posh. Like a privet. Like this. We're right up against the edge of the map. We'll have a flowery archway. Small. And we'll almost, what we'll do is I think have houses share between parks. We'll make them look quite good. So that can be there in another house. Another artisan residence can connect in here. So we extend our road. And then, what if we experiment in here? It'd be a little autumnal park, I think. Now what did we have that was new? There was the fish pond. It's a small statue, which might look quite nice here in the middle to welcome people in. Oh, the fish pond's actually quite big. I wonder... Find a better place for that. Wish I could see what else was new. We have an animal bush. A bush in the shape of an animal. That's quite cute. Edward Scissorhands has been here. This is like a little sort of posh statue park. We have mushrooms, patches of mushrooms. The swan has to be on water, of course. There's the Halloween decorations from before. We have some pictures and paintings. Cellar door is from Halloween. So perhaps it was stuff that I haven't fully unlocked yet. I'm seeing here that it's locked. Let's come into research. I believe we will have stuff to unlock. Winter decorations right here. There you go. And now unlocked winter. A brazier. Oh, that's lovely. I think that would actually be like so nice out front here. As part of the sort of bistro area when they have the posh ones, they always have like a fireplace outside like this. That's great. So now there's winter stuff, which I assume is in nature. Was there winter trees? No? Let's go back. Ah, a snowy tree. A large festive tree. There you go. There's your Christmas tree. Let's move this statue. It's not doing it for me. So we've now in here got snowy withered trees. Let's just put these in so you can have a look at them before we get into the real decorating of everything. A snowy tree and a festive tree, which kind of has pixelated tinsel around it. And what else is new? We've got snow, like actual placeable snow, presents, a sleigh, a snowman, and sleds too, so you can do a little Christmas display. Love that brazier though. Oh, we've got a new natural stone wall. That looks pretty cool. Okay, let's get these away. So here we're going to have a little park. Let's put a dark grass in there. We need a couple of like picnic benches. It's just like a shared kind of garden vibe. And lanterns. Well, let's move some people over here to become artisans. And I think we'll immediately... Wait, guys, we're about to become a town. Check it out. We upgraded. Another big upgrade as we get closer to becoming a city. Station gets bigger. Looks really cool now. Looks really nice. I love my starter area. City upgraded to stage 6. Research menu expanded. So we unlocked some new stuff. So wait, we're a city now? The title of your city. So we are a city. That was town to city. So we've now got a new class of resident, the bourgeoisie. A library. A perfume. A post office. A candle maker. A water ballet. A social club. This is getting very posh. A luthier. A luthier? I'm not sure what that does. A jewelry. And large audiences. Apothecary, which unlocks with library. And high quality clay. Before we get to large city and one that is locked, a mystery final one. So we'll continue moving people in. We're going to upgrade, we're going to add a floor to these houses. And have it feel almost like... I'm having an idea here now of us creating a kind of road here. And sort of symmetry with what we're seeing right now, but something in the middle like a plaza. So let's see how we can do this. We need something in the middle. Would a fish pond do it? A as part of this middle area. I'm gonna just go with this and we're gonna see what we can do. I think you'd want it to be facing that way. And then, here's what I'm thinking, we'll see if it works. Build out this middle area. Like this. But then I'm gonna cut through the middle. Just a random present sitting there. I don't think it's going to work with the pond because it's too sort of odd shaped actually. Let's try a smaller thing, a smaller vibe, a smaller fountain. And a sort of middle area of a different colour. Like that. And then opposite that we'll have the Artisans buildings, same as they are on this side of the street. Just check that these are in a good position. You could maybe even go with 3 here and they share this park to make it feel not so copy-ish and symmetrical. And then we just need to actually decorate the street. Can put a little clock at the end. I think lights is what's really gonna sell it. To just bring that sort of plaza vibe here. Just got an achievement for place 1,000 decorations. And some posh benches along the way. That's better. I'll be able to see a little bit better at night time. Really what it needs, because it's so bricky at the moment, is to bring in some plant life. Like these potted flowers. Underneath. Let's make them red. At the ends. It'll all come together, I think. If we continue to add to this, it'll feel a little more together. We could have done a little Christmas tree in the middle, actually, couldn't we? Rather than a fountain. It could have almost been like a Christmas row, but I actually think what might work better here is you lose the end lights, keep the middle ones, and then change that space out for flower boxes. And it's quite big, the street organ, but something along here would help bring that together. So let's spend some money whilst we're earning to increase these and start bringing in more people who arrive. And this person wants plaza decorations, which is perfect for moving in right there, so that person wants a farmer's residence. Don't have one of those ready just yet. Ooh, not artisan, normal worker, there we go. What else could we put in here to kind of put it together? I'm looking at the paths and I think actually maybe a little fence would help between the buildings. To make it feel a little more like a row. Let's see what this new fence looks like. It's quite nice, but it doesn't suit this area. Does a hedgerow? I think putting hedges between them is nicer than brick. Let's try the slightly taller hedge. There we go. I think that's the one. Bit of green. And we can also put some trees in between there to make it feel a little more lived. So as they bend around here, you've then got that bringing us in. And already with minimal decoration, it feels like a lived area, I think. And if we put something between here, let's go on and use the new festive trees, why not? Just to make it a little bit more, add some shadows, a little bit more interesting. And a large tree here. I think what will really bring that together is if we're able to then curve this out, turn off our line tool. Oh wait, we're still in a square. Where's the undo? There is an undo, is there not? I thought there was. It's been a while. And it's been a while. Let's erase that. So we want to go not line, not square. And we're going to try and bring that around and do the same here. But to do it, I think I want to follow this brick around first. Nice and easy. We can just stretch that out slightly. It's not too bad. Let's not go overboard. Draw over existing paths. That's new. There we go. That's what we want, to just stretch it a little bit thicker. There, and then it just blends in under that flower pot. And back to the plaza. What's interesting is when it's a line, you really get that high sort of curb feeling. But when it's the curved one, it doesn't feel quite like that. But if we bring that around, that's going to feel more like a road then, and we can fill this space in with houses and some shops if needed for people to live here. So let's see who's moving in. Because I think from where we left off last time, we did have quite a few places that needed workers and stuff. That farm residence. Can I upgrade one of the farms to have more people? Because I'm not really building a farmland at the moment. Let's see if we can make all of our current people in employment and happy before we move on. So we've got no standard workers available. Just put an artisan in there for now. I think you'll have to just make do, darling, and not live in a farm, sorry. So on this corner, it'd be nice to explore some of these. And my favourite thing is that as we hover over here, it'll just tell you how many you have in the city. So you're not worried about, do I have one of those? How many do I have? Where are they? I can see I've got 4 puppet theatres. No ball throw yet. So is there anything we don't have? A carpenter we don't have. And a school. Well, wouldn't that be nice to build a little school area? I thought we had done a school, but maybe we started to and then didn't. I think a little cliff top school might be super cute here. And it goes over the water back there. Although it would also be tempting to do a park with that view, but maybe the school could be part of it, rather than just plonked on the side of the road there. And let's have a look at what else we're going to be unlocking, because this might dictate some stuff. We should probably unlock the bourgeoisie, as I think you need them to run some of this stuff. Library looks so cool. A candle maker, it's all very purple, very posh. Didn't that used to be the colour of... because the dyes used to cost so much, so purple was like a very rich colour. Having different coloured clothing was a real luxury. Something like that. We've still got a merry-go-round and pottery. Let's get the bourgeoisie in, because maybe we start building those now. And thinking about the sort of stuff they need access to. Maybe this could be like a super posh area. Carpenter, it's just not screaming out to put a carpenter here, is it? It's feeling like really posh row. We need to get some standard housing in too. Oh, what's happening here? Someone's not very happy. They don't have access to enough luxury stuff. More luxury is needed in this area. I mean, you've literally got a Ferris wheel out the front of your house. You think you would be happy with that, don't you? And this requires town folk. Okay, we're a little bit all over the place as we get our bearings, but it's going to be okay. Let us start thinking about coming out of here. Oh, and this is the edge of the map here too. So we want to do a row of houses coming out of here, I think. Roads to go down. Perhaps recreate the cobbled street that we have near the beginning. To get population up. And save for the prettier areas. So as we fill that in. And what we'll do is create a walled off park for these people, so it doesn't look so blank. Bring in a nice autumnal... Actually no, bring in some colour, because it's Very sort of brick as it is, this area. So you come into here and we'll have a nice little winter wonderland, I think. We'll make this snow. Move this bush out. And we'll give them a festive tree in the middle. I wonder if people will show up wanting to live near festive decorations. Presents under the tree to say thanks for moving in. We love and appreciate you. By Santa's sleigh. Seems to be making them happy. We'll have a nice little snowman with a top hat. Beautiful. The kids can go sledding here. There's little sleds. We'll pretend they come sledding down this mountain for a bit of fun. And you're going to need some light. And I think just a classic corner lamp posts and lanterns on the front of every house to light the way. This is getting some good decoration points for them. Before we move people in, we'll also give you some rooftop plants. Hanging baskets, change it up so it's not all the same. This guy's got double. And where are those sunflowers? Because they're always pretty. Put these on the end. And you've got sunflower hanging basket. And then the middle house with the sunflowers here and the end house. There. Look at these mushrooms. It's a little impromptu fairy circle. Instantly changed my mind. As one is allowed to do in this life. A small festive tree, a little Christmas tree. They're feeling the Christmas spirit. And when you hang it off of a building, look. It turns into wreaths. And hanging sort of Christmas tinsel. That's amazing. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh, we can line the windows with it too. That's quite something, isn't it? There we go. I wanted to do another bit on that side. So let's move people in here and see how happy they are and what they need. Wants to live near public service buildings. Well, you've got nothing out here. Have to go in there for now. So now we're getting some regular folk in. And what do we have that we could place for luxury here? Perhaps we could sneak the carpenters in this area to make this little group feel better about themselves. Space is tight, but I do think this carpenter building kind of fits in with the farmland. It's quite rustic. And I might actually just pop it right next to the bakery there as almost part of it. Camouflaged in. And just do another little dirt road that comes up. Must be very cool to be able to make things like a carpenter. 'Tis his birthday coming up, you know. The carpenter of carpenters, eh? Oh, and we need to get some more people in. I don't know if we want to put just artisans in there, do we? We want some normal workers as well. That's going to add some luxury points. There we go. Just normal people moving in. Desires a single floor house. Well, we'll see how long that lasts. Population troubles. Dearie darling. More farmland. I'm not really planning to do any more farms for a second, although I did think that I remember they, I think, added new crops actually. What if this is a little farm behind then? Keep getting people asking for a farmer's house. What if we do something here? Can't hurt, can it? This is such a big town now. Or a city, sorry. I'm very proud of this. Been working on this since it came out. Was there new crops? We've got wheat, cotton, vineyard, roses, corn, beeswax. Was the beeswax new or was that always there? I feel like there was bees before. Not sure. Let's do bees then. The bees came out. The bees came out. And we'll have a dirt road come off of here, which then shoots up to the farm. And I like doing the fence first. And we'll do hedgerow, and you go off there and hedgerow. And the same again, but just here. And a tall one here. And then we'll extend the dirt and extend the hedgerow with a tall one to the border. And I guess it would make sense to actually draw the border in terms of putting something here, because obviously that doesn't exist in the game world, right? So then it just feels like it's a little plot of land. We can then fill this in with the bees. I almost think just reduce that there to make it feel like the farmer's going to be coming in here, checking out what's happening. I think that looks pretty good for that, but it's not actually doing very much. So we're going to put some bees on the other side as well, and maybe behind. So let's extend with a high hedge. Around the back a little bit. And have you producing plenty of beeswax. Oh, which I guess is going to be used for the candles, so I don't think we do have bees, actually. That would make sense that this is new. And I almost want to just... This is literally taking up space, but just for the detail of it. Painting on this little dirt road that the farmer would actually take whilst tending to the bees. But not worrying too much about it as we fill in the rest of the space. Just keeps it a little more balanced. I think that's a pretty good amount. It's almost there. And we'll put a little farm decoration out front for the family that's going to live here, as well as a light, of course. I think we go with a lantern. And farm decorations. One of these big hay bales always looks great. A little well. A scarecrow. And then we can move that family in that wanted a farmhouse. should be happy with that. Plus 20%. Oh, so they're saying, what do they need? Granary can't transport to this building. Perhaps we need more workers in the granary. We've got another family to move into that area. And someone wanting to be an artisan in there. So where's my granary? There's my granary. Let's put an artisan in there. See if that solves the problem. It does not. Residence not connected to any shops. So we need a new granary, I think. That one's full. Did that not count? The carpenters didn't count? For luxury for this house? Why not? It is one luxury, but it's not servicing those houses that I planned for it to service. I think that's because it's coming off of a dirt road. It's not meeting as much distance. That's a shame. So where are these pets that we can give to people in houses? I wonder how we do that. Do we click on a house? Move family to another house. City lifers. Do you need a pet store? Because there's cats, dogs, and geese now. I wonder if it's something in large city. Just gonna have a quick look and not really register what's here too much to not spoil myself, to see if anything says pet. Nope. Funfair fences, that could be really fun to unlock. New money vault. Is my money's always full. Okay, let's upgrade the bank. And perhaps we should get the pottery. Potter. Oh, maybe... there's an animal shelter. Oh my goodness. Okay, we need to do that. And you can unlock wool now from sheep. And these are the new ones. We've got hops, potato, tomato, lettuce, more farmers markets, a dog house. Okay. Love that. Animal shelter, instant unlock. Where are you? What are you under? Animal shelter? Oh wait, special? Ah, special. Very special. So cute. Where could we put this? I feel like I want it to be the most important thing in the whole world. I might even move it into this plaza, honestly. We've been meaning to expand this for ages. People can take a walk down here and get a beautiful pet, but it's a bit of an odd shape. For it to match up with the symmetrical pathway, it's going to be like that, which I don't like. I think something here would be good, and we've got our pond growing, we've got swans in there, and then you can come here and get an animal. I think that's the way to do it, honestly. Let's get that straight in there. I can't believe it took me this long. Bum bum ba, new garden decorations, some placebos in there. The shelter generates a new selection of assignable pets every day at 5. 3 pets are unique and will not appear again for the next 2 rotations. Pets that are brought but not assigned are moved to the pet inventory, which can be accessed through the animal shelter or the economy menu. Why is this complicated? Pets brought but not assigned will be moved to the pet inventory. Research geese in the farm menu allows geese to be adopted. Love it. Okay. Immediately unlocking that. And doghouse. Okay. So we've got a cat called Julian. Plus, I love how they have different happinesses. Julian brings 5% happiness to a family. Luke, the cat, only brings 2%. What's Luke doing? Whatever he's doing, it's not his fault. I'll tell you that. It's whoever had him before, and he's about to find his forever home. Okay, it's connected. Well, we're adopting all of them. Wait, what? I can only adopt one? Huh? Did it say I could only adopt one? Oh no, there we go. Oh, so then we have to assign them to a house. Okay, so you can see if someone's unhappy and give them a pet. Well, let's give all of this crew here pets because I know it's there and then we know where they're going. Julien, you live here, Julien. I have to pick who you live with. That family. Oh, we didn't assign Luke. Hang on. Okay. That unhappy bunch. And how do I adopt the next one? We can't leave Timeo. It's not letting me. Do they not want Luke? Why are they not taking him? Ah, now I can buy Timeo. Okay. Great. And then I guess we might see the cat roaming around, and then the next day we'll be able to get some more. Love that. Okay, moving in some new people. They're not connected. I almost want to do like a little market along there. It's almost like too many people are moving in for the infrastructure that we have, but then how am I supposed to build more? We need something with luxury here that these people have access to. That perhaps hasn't been placed, but it might be when we unlock something else. Because the school's going to be too big for in there. The Ferris wheels too, that should be helping. Let's see what we have. We've done most of this stuff. Pottery is one. A little pottery barn. It might be quite big though. The library and everything else is obviously going to be quite big. Let's do pottery. Because that's housewares that people quite like. It's not huge. But I don't want to take over the crops there. Pottery barn. Like this area is really all kind of taken up, isn't it? So it's hard to actually get luxury close to those houses until we start filling in this area, which I think is more likely to happen once we have new stuff unlocked. Don't really want to spoil this. What if pottery comes along here? Got quite a bit of space happening here. This is quite a worky area. That's quite nice because then you can see to the left of this, the path can still veer up there into more building work. And you've got a nice little spot there. I don't think it'll reach over where those people are unhappy, but sometimes you just have to grin and bear it in this life, don't you, darling? Everybody's got to learn sometime. Now, what have we got here? A whole new area and a wall along that side, so we can fill some stuff in here as and when we need. And here's our new pottery area. Supplying everyone with pottery and making them very happy in this area by the looks of things. And moving in our famalam over here. So let's do some more artisan buildings with little spaces between. I think I want to do something on this corner actually, so we'll just do the one. Wondering if I might squeeze in the other there and just do a little trio and not overthink it too much. And we'll immediately increase the size of these for people to move in. What do we actually need to go to the next level here? Because it has not moved, the bar. Perhaps it's bourgeois. Yes, you need 25 bourgeoisie to move in. Okay. There we go. They'll be happy enough in there. Now, people are getting a little bit ratty over here about shops and stuff. So, problem is if you build it, people have got to work in it. But I wonder if they would be happy with a little bit of a stall. Like a market that leads to this pond would look really cute. So let me do the pathing first. We'll have a cute little dirt road, which will then thin off into a walk to either end. And then in this little space, we could have some entertainment by the pond in the form of a street organ. Take the dirt road up to that. But then break it out on either side, do a little bit of sand, turning it into like an almost pondish resort. Get rid of the grass there, because then we can just also get rid of the grass on the other side, separates it from there. And we'll do our little stone fence here to make it feel like a cozy little beach. Getaway. And then in that space, we can have a little picnic area for people to hang out in and enjoy the show. It's a very happy guy working in there. And of course, another 2 swans. And some duckies. And some benches along the wall. For people to come and chill. Already it looks so good. Gosh, I love this game. Just works so well, doesn't it? Almost want to do a pond right here as well, and then separate that with a high wall so it feels even more like a garden, and then like a sort of pond beach within this gardens. And it just separates that from the road as well. I think that looks pretty cool. And you could not do sand, but do not dark soil. Something in here to then turn it into a little kid area. Dirt? No. Autumn, no. Snow, no. Maybe do sand. I mean, it makes sense for a kids' park area. Just bring in... The slide's so bloody big. I was hoping to get that in there. The slide. I think the hopscotch is going to be a little bit too much. Statue there. What else would make that feel a bit like a park? Clock. Oh, a little parasol for your food here. Looks lovely. Maybe some bushes and stuff, I think. Small festive trees around our fish pond. We can see the fish in there too. Koi swimming around. And of course we need some lighting. We'll have this beautiful overhanging street lamp at the entrance. But not by the ducks, as to not disturb them. Look at that. We've very quickly got a beautiful pond. Now I did say I was going to build a little food village over here, and I got very distracted making a cute pond. And the people still don't have a granary or a shop, so I've got to build that for them. But that's really cute, I think. I'm very happy with that. I'm actually not bad at this, right guys? I do okay with the decorating, I think. I think I'm not terrible. I've played this enough. I kind of get how to separate things, and I'm very happy with that. Okay. So you need a granary. That's what we're getting at, isn't it? Sweetheart. Where is granary? If I was a granary, where would I be? I could have sworn it was a food thing. Fish, fruit, vegetables, bakery, butcher, bistro, winery. It's not going to be leisure. It must be a different thing. We've placed our monuments. Oh, it's in here. Special. Granary. Well, I think we could just put that on your land behind you and make it feel like it's part of it. Against the border. It's the Game Awards tomorrow. Probably by the time this comes out, it'll be the Game Awards will have been. I've been posting my games that I'm interested in and big announcements on my Instagram if you're wondering what happened and what went down at the Game Awards. You should follow me on Instagram anyway to stay up to date with everything I'm doing. It's all very important. The work is mysterious and important. And I mostly post like gaming recs. I'll occasionally do some movie posts if I'm into something or recommend some stuff, and stories really is where I put any behind the scenes and life things. But I'm enjoying Instagram. I'm enjoying the crowd that's over there. It's quite nice. It feels nice to post and for it to like sort of reach people. You never really know with YouTube Shorts or TikTok these days, but it's nice on Instagram. I do feel like people are seeing stuff. Okay, there we have a granary now. That's looking pretty nice. And then perhaps we need a little shop row because of what's occurring here. But let's see if there are some more interesting shops to unlock. We've got the merry-go-round, clotheslines, the library, the post office. So these are very luxurious. And obviously a candle maker I think is going to make perfect sense because of the wax we're collecting. So maybe let's just let our research points build up a moment. Let's see what's happening here. Residences not connected to any shops. Make sure paths are wide enough, don't contain gaps, not blocked by decorations. Check if shop's range can reach this residence. So it's going to be range. That's an issue. Even the bistro is not working, so we've got to start thinking about building a lot more stuff in this direction. We can also upgrade the roads, which can make things more accessible if we head to our roads and do upgrade. I'm not a huge fan of how the upgraded road looks, but it does help a lot with reach, as you can see. It actually just helped all of those houses get reached by the shops. I mean, that's the difference it makes. Don't like the way it changes back into this road, so we're going to put an archway over the top of it to make that less severe. I think we'll do the wood archway. Like so. That's cute, because you've then, look, you've got the little archway, and it changes over into what we've got next. With the brick. And the farmer's residence cuts off that dirt road. It just makes it feel less severe. And now this area is happy, so I'm happy with that. I love what we've done with this little pond. So pleased. I mean, I just love the swans, dude. Bloody love a swan, I do. I put it on my story. I said, that's how you get me to come back to a game and play it again. Added swans and ducks. I'm there. Oh, they desire to have a pet cat. We better check in with our beautiful animal shelter. There's dogs and cats today. Is it raining? And if we assign it to who wanted them, it's going to be 20% happiness. I love that's quality of life right there. As I immediately was thinking, do I remember what that family's name is? Am I going to know who wants the cat? And I clicked on the house. And for those of you just listening, it fully just had the family's name there, a picture of a cat next to it, and said 20% happiness increase. If I put the cat in there, that was perfectly done. This game's very well thought out. And our first dog, I feel like they're going to need a dog house. Let me give it to this house on the end. And then I can put a dog house out front. Which was... Where's the doghouse? I think it was a decoration. Yeah, doggy, doggy. Yeah, puppy, puppy, puppy. There it is. Oh, that's a big shed. Doghouse. Cute. There's already a dog in it, so hopefully... What's happening to this fella here? Praying at the fountain. Oh, it looked like he was on his knees. He's just sort of doing the old man walk with his hands behind his back. These people still need luxury here, so let's get that candle maker in. Lots of nice workers now. 500 population achievement. Very nice. Okay, let's unlock the candle maker. Oh, and that unlocks candle decorations. I am partial to a candle, though quite conscious of what is in them as you burn them these days, but they do bloody smell nice, don't they? Treat yourself every so often. It's alright, Carl. Oh yeah, here we go. So if we could get a candle maker on the high street somehow. Would it fit in there? It almost teases like it's going to, but I don't think it will. It's a little bit too tight, and that's too tight at the end as well. We could remove the Ferris wheel and start putting more stuff into that space. I'm not sure where else it can go, actually. Or removing this block of housing. Actually moving these people out and having luxury goods along there might actually work. Taking one line of housing out and moving them across the way. I think these houses are all full now. Let's see. Yeah, full. You build and you build and you build, and then suddenly there's no space. I like the Ferris wheel here though. Okay. Well, I guess we do need to do our bourgeoisie area anyway. So let's begin with the school, which I'm assuming would be a special one. No? It is public service. A school. Okay. Let's have the school come up here. What if we build like a kind of gated community vibe around it? Like take this posh corner cliff. The school's here. Picture those big houses either side of it. We'll bring it up here through like gates, and this whole area will feel kind of plaza-y, I think. Let's do it that way. Like thus. And we get our first bourgeoisie residence in. We get different colours. Tired of the brick colour, tired of the blue. Let's differentiate it. And maybe the houses are pretty ugly. Maybe if we're sort of more looking this way, it might be nice to put the buildings this way. And that way it could be like a row of the posher shops that suit. But let's actually, let's do the roads first. That's going to help me picture it. So we'll switch to our plaza road. And I think, let's see if we can do a straight line again. It's going to help with that vibe. It comes straight up from here. It's going to break off from there. Now we did have that beautiful clock gate that is here. I wish we could have more than one. It would look so nice as the entrance to this bougie area, but I do also really like where I currently have it. So perhaps we have some new decorations to unlock that might look nice. Nothing just yet. And the wooden furniture, which isn't gonna do too much for us. Need more archways. Just sort of got the plant archway. Need to be able to build that a little bit more. I think this fence is what's gonna make it feel like it's posh, because it feels secure. So that road's going to sweep up there. And then how can we end this? Maybe we put something on the end here with these two. So we switch back to freeform as these have come around, I think we're going to want something at the end of this row to finish things off. Perhaps our next special building, something that should be accessible to everyone that we don't yet have. The candle maker's pretty cute, but that more so makes me want to put it in there. That looks really nice. Although maybe actually it's the houses in there and the school, and outside is kind of your high street. But I'm not going to put the candles there. Let's see what we were about to unlock in the town section. We've got post office. The water ballet might be like a nice end. We just need to get to 1,000 research. Okay, I'll build houses for now. We'll see what people need. Right, so let's connect this. Posh little school run. Wonder if it serves more people if there's artisans in here. 75 with 3 artisans, and if it's workers, 75. Okay. Is it more connections? What am I missing? Oh. 10 connections. Maybe they only need to be in certain areas. It's literally only serving the posh people in this area. The bourgeoisie. Ho 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 ho. I think we're gonna want it like, if this is now gonna be residential, let's just plonk them along this road, honestly. Oh, it's a little bit close. Might want to, do I want to decorate a little cute school walk? I might, in which case I'm just going to put the houses along here. The bourgeoisie. La bougie bougie boo. And up here. I've realised I'm not really talking to you very much in this one and just rambling about the decorating and building, but I think for town to city and games like this, that's kind of where my mind goes and kind of where I want the focus to be. But I do hope you're doing well and everything's going well for you, and if not, I hope 2026 gets better and is amazing, okay? And we'll catch up a little more in some of the other games that let me talk a bit more. It's quite heavy on the focus, this one, but I think it works. I kind of like playing these ones like I'm doing a painting and talking you through it, you know? So I think I'll just carry on with that vibe, if that's okay. And you just chill out. Whatever chores you're doing, whatever studying or sleeping. I hope it's going well. So now I can see how much these people need in terms of luxury to move in here and be happy. And they've got 14 of 26. They are getting access to some of this stuff over here, but they really need those new buildings in. So let's check our research points. Going quite slowly because I haven't actually built any more research places. So I think because these are so expensive, that is showing where we're kind of capping out and need to build another research center. But we do have the Luthia. The Luthia. I feel like I looked this up last time and it's left my mind of what it is. Let's have a little look, shall we? Take my phone off of charge. Dun, dun, dun. Sponsorship offer, not interested in that. Let's see. Luthier. I definitely looked this up before, I'm sure. An artisan skilled in the craft of making and repairing lutes, violins, guitars, and stringed... Oh, a luthier. Oh. I definitely did. That was kind of in my mind on the tip of my tongue. I should have just said it, shouldn't I? Okay, that's cute. Look at the mural on the back of the building. It's got a lovely mural of someone playing a cello. Lovely. Well, let's build a little, you know, a little posh corner here. A little posh high street. Actually, well, here's what we're going to do. We'll bring this road up here. And it's going to be a bit more freeform. That way we can do another row of housing behind there, and we can also get a high street. And I think that have that come around up here to give us a little bit of a feeling for what direction it's going to go in. And the fence will follow around there. I think what this might be the thing to try is to see if we can actually merge that, stop it there as it cuts up. That looks better. And we just need something as a finisher on the end here. Which could be the fountain, and that leads into the bougie area. Is the thing to do, I think. Okay. And then we're creating a kind of high street here. We've got... What's this one? That's the luthier. Luthier. The guitar shop. Let's turn that in. Fits really snug as a bug in a rug right there. On the corner. Have a little sip of my drink. I haven't drunk this whole time. And I'll have the candle maker behind it. Fits really nicely in there. And then just fill the road in. Get some workers in. Needs artisans. Okay, so this is where you start to use your artisans. And that's now reaching a lot of people. Still just too out of the connections with the family that wanted some luxury over there earlier. But that's okay. Now the bourgeois are 22 of 26. So this high street has to get a little bit posher. Still. But let's move our first ones in and start working to get their luxury goods. So we need our next research, and I think it would probably be prudent to build another research center because I only have the one. And where could that go? The one that I have is here, which looks quite cool. Right there in the middle by the park at the start. It has a little sort of telescope on it. I wonder if it could go up here with me. That might make sense for a sort of observatory. That's my mayor's house right there. I'll share my land quite happily with an observatory. And, ooh. This might be nice, right here around the back of it. And we'll continue the dirt road around. build it into place. La-di-da. Oh, very nice. Okay, I like it. It's not connecting to the road. Why not? Might be too awkward a spot. It's not connected. Let's try a different position. Let's delete this road for now then. And slip it in more on a flat here. There we go. I think that's going to do it. And bingo. Move a bunch of workers in there, so that means our research points are going to be going much quicker and we can start to build what we need. So with this housing here, we're going to need more artisans as well. Let me just squeeze in a couple of other houses right there. That's how it starts, isn't it? This is how the cities become the cities we live in. Let me just squeeze a couple of houses in there. Just stick the poor people over here, it's fine. It looks nice though. I like this little corner we've developed. And that gives us a clearer picture of where our fence is going to be. For the posh area. I don't know if they would even bother with that fence continuing. I think you would have it from a row of houses here and then you'd just sort of fence that behind with the school, I think. I think it looks nice, a little bit more open and natural. Let's check in with our animal shelter. We've got our first goose, Didier the goose. Oh my god, and a little sort of half cat, half black and half ginger, and Simon the dog. Right, I'm going to give one of the bourgeois the goose. Can I? Or not? Seems I cannot. Didier le goose. Oh, and we can. There you go, you've got a goose now, you should be happy with that. Luan the cat. Simon le dog. Alright, we're at 600. I think we'll do the post office next at 800. Will look quite nice and add some more luxury to proceedings. So we move more people in. And every time we do it, it's really popping up. We're getting close to whatever this next upgrade is. To the large city, I believe. Look at this little schoolhouse, very cute. I don't want to overextend too much. Oh wow, this candle shop's really pretty. It's got purple glass front, purple fencing. You can sort of peer inside and see candles in the workshop. It's so pretty. Next to the guitar shop. What a town this would be to live in. Let's have a little mooch around whilst we're waiting on research points to see what's occurring. I think everyone's generally happy here. I think sometimes I get too bogged down in trying to make every single person happy, as I do in life. Hey, people pleaser problems, am I right, guys? Work on it. And I just want to enjoy the decorating sometimes. It's fine that they're a little bit unhappy. I mean, I'm noticing a couple of sad faces and I'm trying to fix it, but really the people are at 92%. The artisans are at 95%. The farmers are at 95%. Everyone's very, very happy. So I should just focus on my bourgeoisie area. But their little sad faces really put me off and make me want to fix everything. Okay, so we're going to do the... Oh, we could do the library. That's nice too. Post office is large workforce, high production capacity. Library is high production capacity, does not require a warehouse. And they're both the same amount of luxury. Let's do the library. The bibliothèque. And that is pretty big. I'm not sure it entirely fits in with this area. Should it be by the school? So in our little area here, it could be... Oof, it looks pretty nice in our plaza area. It's quite far from the bourgeoisie, so it might not actually add to their score, but I think it's got to go here. It fits really perfectly in the plaza that I've been slowly building for months and months. It has to go here. It just has to. Let me do this right. There we go. That looks really neat. And now, let's bring the hedges back in and redo it because we've opened up another little bit. And we now have our first library in 3, 2, 1. And it looks really cool. Get some artisans in and let's see who this is serving. It's serving everyone here, the poor folk, as it should. There we go. In our beautiful plaza. And for now, rather than go crazy decorating this, I'm going to just hedge it in so it matches what's opposite. And it seems like the kind of thing later on you could do a lovely sort of... Do you know what I'm tempted to? I'll do it here now, whilst we wait for research points. You could do a lovely little sort of garden out front. I think we'll bring in this cobbled wall here. Under the cliff. It's gonna make it feel really special. And then inside here we'll use plaza decorations still, keeping it going. Let's do a little, I think, dirt walk, really small little dirt walk coming out. Like this. It leads up to this basin. And from here, stone benches. Move this bush. And statue. statues. I've used this statue quite a few times today. See, now we've already done the statues in the corners here by the city hall, so we don't want to do them that size. This size is really good. I think that's the only one we have currently that is in that size. We could do some nice banners out front here for the library. And it might then have to be... What could you do? Plants? Could do rocks, that's for sure. Pumpkins, lights, benches, bollards. A little fountain, perhaps, is the closest we'll get to a statue for a moment. Okay, so until we unlock other stuff, I'm going to actually bring some sunflowers in here. Oh my god, there's people shushing. There's people shushing in the library. It's like they can hear me. Could you hear? They shush. I'm right next to the library building and you can hear the fountain of the plaza, and then every so often someone is shushing. That's so funny. These flower beds for the sunflowers look absolutely... Oh, I do apologize, darling. Keep it down. The sunflowers look so big. Maybe there could be some little mushrooms in here too. Sorry. Ooh, and an obelisk in the shadow of the cliff. There we go. There we go. Less is more, dear. We'll leave it there. I think it looks quite cute. Couldn't resist doing a little touch up for that area in that corner, and we'll do that for each corner, and it'll just be the prettiest. Now we've unlocked some points, so we can get our post office in, which suits this area just dandy, I'm sure. Well, the question is... will the houses, another line of them, fit along there? I suppose I shouldn't really worry about that too much and actually just make this a high street. We need the luxury. This is such an odd shape, this building. It's curved almost. I think I'm gonna have to slip it in here. So that's how you know it's bougie, is everything's getting to be like unique architecture. Someone wants a farmer's residence. Well, there's none of that going. I already did one. I'm not doing wool just yet. You'll have to live here for now. I'm sure you'll be fine in this very rich area. This person wants lots of trees. They'll be okay for now. Okay, so the post office is up. It's not connected, so we've got to come down here and do a little road. Do a little road. Ah, wait, it's too small. Hashtag no context. There you go. Now it's connected. But we're out of workers and it takes normal workers. So we're going to have to build some more residential. Ah, that's going to loop around that way, I see. Okay. Where do I want to stick another set of residential housing? That is a cute little road. I don't want to overdo it. Honestly, maybe here. Just next to the... Oh, that's freeform. The granary here. we start to swing people around this way. We'll do it in the kind of farmy housing so it makes it look like it fits in. Actually, little brainwave. Delete this. I would delete that. I've been saying that for the last 20 years of my life. Since, there's this Metallica documentary called Some Kind of Monster. It's one of my favorite music documentaries. It's so brilliant. I've seen it so many times. That follows their kind of difficult period, getting a new bassist in, writing a difficult album that nobody liked. It's great. It's a great watch, even if you don't like Metallica, which I like their music. I like some of their songs. I'm not a big Metallica fan, but this documentary is amazing. It's called Some Kind of Monster, and during it they end up getting like a band therapist, and it's all very sort of funny and Spinal Tap-ish as they work on this album. And so Lars Ulrich, the drummer, he's playing some of the stuff they've been working on to his dad, who comes into the studio, and he's just sitting there listening. He's like this old Danish guy with like a big white beard and a cap on, just like very sort of old looking and simple kind of guy, listening gently along to it, and then just goes, Lars is like, well, what do you think, Dad? And he's like, I would delete that. just say that was trash. Start again. It's like, Dad, jeez. Cracks me up so much. I gotta rewatch that. It's been some time. So we're actually gonna build a little residential road here to get some workers in. Sweep that around, and then that can come off in this direction to go towards higher climbs. I think probably going to end up having to do the road upgrade here for them to reach stuff, and bring it up here as well. Okay, not connected to any shops. I'm not sure why. Feel like you should be. You're not close to anything. No, my bistro is reaching that road, but it's saying it's not reaching these people. That's confusing. But we'll move these people in anyway. Perhaps we need a little market here or something. I'm not sure what they mean, those shops. Access. Let me just test something. If there was a little market at the end of the street. Would this connect them? Let me slip a pathway up here. Okay, that's... now they have people. But we need more workers. And we need a warehouse. So it's really building little pockets now, aren't we? Little areas for new villages. And then moving people in. Let's add second floors here as well. And, oh, there you go. Could have put someone in that warehouse, actually, by the looks of things. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. I was building this, we had workers for our other area, and I'm ending up just bringing workers in to work in the area to satisfy this group of people. I think my issue is I make everything too pretty and it's spread out, whereas if you kind of just build like this area, I mean this is a lot of workers and it kind of works well, but it is a full like residential area. And this is almost like something you need to like take the next step to have enough people, honestly. But we need more workers in there for our post office. So they're now at 24 of 26, so we still need another luxury building. And the social club is 5. Apothecary is 4. Social club I'm tempted to do, but if it's too big, then I'm going to want to put it in the plaza again. So let's go with a jeweler's, which also has a really high range. Comes under apparel. Wow, they've got beautiful murals on the side, just like the guitar shop. The jeweler has a lovely giant hand with ring on it. That looks so fancy pants. And the shape of the post office is driving me absolutely bananas. Or it's ruining the high street, to be honest with you. We may have to... And the jeweler's has got a green roof, doesn't go with anything. It's turning into a nightmare. I wonder if that could slip in here. And that way we can see the nice painting off the edge of the cliff here, and then we can just tuck the road up because it's on a cliff edge by the church. I mean, a big fancy posh jeweler's right next to the lovely chapel area that we built. We're seeing the corruption of everything. Because we're going to have to do something about this post office that is in such a weird position. I mean, I haven't seen anyone's dog or cat yet. Oh my god, there's so many people visiting the animal shelter. You love to see it. Felix the cat. Let's get you in. Assign you to a family here. Everyone here is getting cats. Valerian the cat. Beautiful, beautiful. It's such a cute little building. I love that they added this. Really cute. Adopt, don't shop, guys. No shade on anyone if they didn't know before and did shop in the past, you know. But if you've never got a pet, and whenever you get a pet, please adopt. Don't buy from pet shops, especially, and avoid breeders unless you can only, you know, if you really want a specific dog. I understand it, but if you can, it's so rewarding to adopt an animal that needs a home. It's so helpful, and it's rewarding for you. Like, you will feel so good, I promise. And you might sort of think that you really want that special breed, and make sure you research all breeds before you get them and stuff, because sometimes you just think, I love that dog, and actually, like, they have loads of problems, or the way that they're bred, which can be a pain. But there's nothing just like the love of your pet and their rescue story, and what they were doing before you got them, and how you got them, and like a mongrel dog that's just a mix of everything. They're so beautiful. And you can try and rescue certain breeds as well if you want particular breeds. My little sister always wanted a pug, and my family ended up getting into rescuing pugs, as they are quite often got and then abandoned, you know, because people get them as like a cute thing and then don't want them anymore. And they ended up with, on their 4th now. They've got 3 at the moment. 1 did pass. He was quite old when they got him, unfortunately. But it gave him a beautiful rest to his life. And yeah, it's really good. So, rescue. Okay, we have our jewelers. Then we have our post office. And these people are still 24 of 26. The jeweler is not servicing them because it doesn't have warehouse people. I've got to get more people in the warehouse. Still not enough in the warehouse. Okay. So our high streets got a little bit busy. Demand is based on distance to warehouse. And it's because it's on a dirt road. Because I built the warehouse in a church area. So I'm going to have to build a little warehouse here as well. Okay, sweetheart. Let's see how this looks in there. It's such a hodgepodge. I'll probably rebuild this high street once it's all done and we've got enough people in. It's hard to tell because we didn't know the shapes of the buildings until we actually had them. So it's difficult. Okay, let's bring you in here. Okay, and we have our first set of bourgeoisie houses happy. I love that I click on this house that I gave a goose and it's got the goose at the bottom. I can see the silhouette of Didier the goose. And I can click on him and see that he's rescued on day 53 and providing 2% happiness. And you can even rename the goose. The goose has got, I think that's a gender symbol. But can I see the goose? I don't seem to be able to go to the goose. Maybe you'll just see them wandering around occasionally, but it's very sweet. Okay. So now we're going to start moving in more of the bourgeoisie. And can these be 2 floors, the bourgeoisie houses? They can, okay. So we'll just do that row for now and move people in. And see how we go from here. We have our perfume. Is it just perfumer? I feel like I should say it fancy, like perfume, like French. Apothecary, which is the pharmacy, isn't it? Which is 4. High range, low range apothecary, high range perfume. Do high range. Let's see what. Oh, it's a nice, cute little building where you get your perfume from. Adorable. Plonk that along this. Too expensive. 4,000? Wow. First time I've been told something was too expensive in this game in about 4 months. I have to wait for the money to come in. Put up the taxes immediately. I'll show them. Think I can't afford it, eh? Think I can't afford some perfume? I don't actually wear any smells whilst we're on the topic. I don't really sweat, so I don't wear deodorant and I don't wear an aftershave. Just feels like putting chemicals on my skin for no reason. Just don't smell. Sorry. Blessed, I guess. Still waiting for this money. There we go. I guess if I buy it now I'll be completely broke, but it's fine. Okay, I just love how this looks, man. If we really zoom out and look at our place and how much we've built out from little acorns, you know, it's only going to get nice. We've still got a really big area to fill in over here and lots to do. Taking our time with it. Okay, now what do they need? The perfumer needs a crop. What do they need? Well, let's try and guess. Flowers, roses, and that looks like lavender. So this then sends us over to building some more farmland so we can have our perfume made with flowers. I love that. And guess what it's time for is to become a large city as our station upgrades again. And we've officially gone from town to city during this series. We've got a beautiful big station, which looks lovely. To stage 7 with new research menu. We're now a large city. And what has this unlocked for us? Fine art auctioneer. Cathedral, looking like Hogwarts. Theatre, the theatre, darling. A full-on restaurant building, a university. Higher class taxes, taxing the higher class. Libraries can serve 50% more people, library cards, local sense upgrade, and a statue of the mayor for the bourgeoisie at 85% happiness. A statue of me. Love it. Oh, I love the university. You could build a whole area around that, and the theatre and the cathedral looks amazing. And then the next one we unlock with more bourgeoisie is grandiose city for the final upgrade. And you can get famous actors. So that will be our next step. And I think we'll take our time building what we've got currently, because we're still doing that area. And then into the large city, perhaps we build a beautiful cathedral area sort of here. We've got a big space still, because it's going to have to be a different vibe. The big university campus that could kind of maybe be in this corner, and build like a real kind of city feeling over here around this little corner to flesh out as we continue to build around here, building up into our resort and filling everything else in as we get more people working. We've got our first new area for this series. And that is where we put the bookmark in on this one. But don't worry, I've already recorded the next part of Town to City, and that will be coming very soon if it's not already out and on your screen, depending on when you're watching this. In that one, I will be building a winter wonderland in the bourgeoisie area and getting up to even more deeper designs as we build this city out. Until then, click one of those videos on the screen or check out my podcast Down to Sleep, which is totally free everywhere you get podcasts and on YouTube for more like this. Until then, thank you and good night.